Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your...
Today, we're gonna do some hypotheticals here. What would you guys pick as your top 5 cars of all time? You know, just imagine you had a gigantic mansion out in Beverly Hills, California, or somewhere exotic, and you had a 5-car garage or bigger, but you were given 5 cars that you could not sell. You had to keep these cars. What would keep your attention for years to come? What would your 5-car garage look like? Well, I will tell you right now, the LaFerrari is on my list. Is it on your list?
The LaFerrari?
Yes.
It is not.
It is not?
No.
Okay.
My one of my top 5, honestly, for right now.
Does your top 5 include a Ferrari?
It does.
Okay.
What
is your top 5 Ferrari?
Right now would be the 458 Speciale, and that's because it is an all-motor powerhouse. The thing makes 600 horsepower all-motor. It's raw, it's fast, it's linear.
What do you think of the looks of the 458, though?
I think they're spectacular.
So I'm going to go to Japan. As you guys all know, I'm the Japanese monster, and that name stands for Godzilla. And I think we all know where we're going with this if you're a car person. I am going with the R34 Nissan Skyline, 1999 to 2002. I think that car is what made me excited about cars. And yes, you're going to say Fast and the Furious, and I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to, fake that. I love Fast and the Furious when it came out. It is corny today when you watch it, when you look at the movie, when you listen to the dialogue. It is ridiculous. It is stupid. It's a dumb movie. It really is. It makes no sense. No cop is going to be undercover trying to get rid of street racing. When that car came in the second movie, it was amazing. It had systems built into it that cars today are just coming out with. All-wheel steering and things like that. Porsche just started doing that in their latest 991 vehicles.
I just like the Skyline R34 because Gran Turismo 3 particularly, because you can mod it to the max, and that thing would take on like some of the Formula 2 cars in a race. And that's why I liked it. But it's not going to be my top Japanese choice at this moment, though.
So I have a LaFerrari and a Nissan Skyline R34. What's your second car?
My second car is going to the LFA Lexus. It is an all-motor, powerhouse, high-revving, reliable engine.
I'm seeing a theme here with all-motor.
You want the experience, and that's what counts. Come on, one of the best-sounding cars of all time. Yeah, Toyota, in my opinion, wins this debate right here, hands down.
So, we have a LFA, we have a 458. I got a Nissan Skyline so far, and a LaFerrari. And before we move on, I'm going to tell you one more thing about the R34. I love the fact that you can modify a car. These guys are running 1,000 horsepower on stock motors and stock bottom ends. And you can do that in that car. And I think that's a testament to the time. And I think it's a testament to what the car is able to be in the future as well.
Investment standpoint, if you can get your hand on an R34 right now and sell it when they become legal in the United States in a few years, you're going to be a rich man. But there's some wizardry involved in trying to get that to work out. So that's another topic, though.
Number 3, we're moving past. We were in Italy, and then we went to Japan. And we both picked Japanese cars. Now I'm going to a different part of the world. I'm going to go to Sweden. So what comes out of Sweden? I don't know any of their major exports. I don't know anything about Sweden. But I do know there's a man there named Christian von Koenigsegg. He wanted to make his own supercar. I mean, that's very ambitious. The Koenigsegg 1-to-1. He set out for a mission to make a car that has 1 horsepower for every 1 kilogram of weight. And that's why it's called the 1-to-1. So that car has 1,360 horsepower.
But for my third car, I would say that I'd pick over your 1 to 2 or whatever.
1 to 2.
1 to whatever.
No, 1 to 2 would be a bad situation.
I'm gonna choose the Bugatti Chiron.
Bugatti Chiron. Okay.
Because
Okay.
you're talking about 1,500 horsepower to your 13 or whatever. What's your top speed in your 1-to-1?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate to burst your bubble here, but the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 has a top speed, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong here. And I haven't fact checked this yet. I have my phone. I'm going to look at this.
Okay.
273 miles an hour.
Oh, I'm not even trying to hear that. Uh-huh.
So, okay, Google, what is the top speed of the Koenigsegg 1-to-1?
Top speed of 439 kilometers per hour.
Okay, Google, what is the top speed of the Bugatti Chiron?
Its top speed is electronically limited to 420 kilometers per hour for safety reasons.
The Koenigsegg, just so you guys can understand this, they're a very small company, and I think it's Ängelholm, Sweden. Very small company. They make every bit on that car except the tires. They make their own brake calipers. Just in a world where you think Brembo makes everything, no, Brembo doesn't make brake calipers for the 1-to-1. They're not good enough. What he's doing there is on a whole nother level. And that's what Koenigsegg's about. They're about constantly raising their own bar. They're not waiting for people to catch up. They're going above and beyond, you know. And it's sad that we can't see cars, you know, on the Nürburgring today, you know, with all the speed limits.
Speaking of the Nürburgring, yeah, didn't your 1-to-1 have an attempt on that thing and crash and burn?
Yeah, they had a mechanical issue on the car.
Oh.
They had a braking issue or a traction control issue. And, you know, they want to go back out, but Nürburgring is putting all kinds of speed restrictions out there now. This car is murdering everything out there. Koenigsegg is on my list. You know, we've got the R34 and we have the LaFerrari. I think that's a pretty good list. You have a good list. You have the LFA, you have the 458 Speciale, and your third car you said was the Bugatti Chiron.
Yeah.
Okay, the Bugatti Chiron is on my list.
Okay, so you picked the Bugatti then, too.
I do.
Okay.
I have the Chiron on the list.
Why do you pick the Bugatti?
I'd pick a Veyron if the Chiron didn't exist. It was a game changer in 2005 when the Veyron came out. Nobody has ever seen a car with that displacement, that many cylinders, that many turbos, and go that top speed. Having that kind of luxury as well, and being able to do that really sets it off. There's nothing like that in the world. I'm torn with two cars on my fifth spot. The fifth spot is a McLaren F1. Okay. You guys, if you know about this car, I think it came out in 93. Pretty much held its own until the Veyron came out, which was about 2005. So this car held strong for 12, 13 years with nothing even touching it. You know, production. Yeah, there were aftermarket cars that could do ridiculous things, but the McLaren was a solid car for over 10 years. But I go back a little bit further. Ferrari F40.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Another Ferrari.
I never thought my list, honestly, would have two Ferraris.
You're a disgrace. You didn't pick one American car.
I didn't pick one American car.
You didn't pick one all-motor car. I mean, geez, what's going on here? I mean, let's be real here.
Well, I kind of did with the LaFerrari.
That's
It's
electric
Yeah,
motors.
but it uses the electric motor
No.
as torque fill.
Oh,
You can't run that car in electric mode at all.
listen. A real list would consist of the new Ford GT, what looks like a fucking spaceship, let's be honest. That car is one of the best looking cars out right now. So that's my number 4th on my list. It's America's best car ever made. You left out America's best car ever made. How could you do that?
Scared,
Are you
man.
American?
I'm scared.
Are you
man.
American? Where's Trump? This is insane. So so the Ford GT, America.
Okay. America without the A?
Number 5 will be the Lamborghini Veneno. It's an art piece to look at. It's an alien designing his spaceship to ET phone home.
My LaFerrari looks like an art piece as well. No, you can't disagree with that.
It looks too. Here's my problem with Ferraris.
Hmm.
They're very feminine looking. Every time I see one, they're pretty. They're a little too pretty.
Is your
too.
458 pretty?
We're talking about top 5 cars of all time for men. No American car. So that's my list. I have the 458 Speciale,
Okay.
Bugatti Chiron. Bugatti Chiron.
Okay.
Your Lamborghini Veneno.
Okay.
Your Ford GT.
Mm-hmm.
And your LFA. I mean, all day. What more do you need in life? What more do you need ever? That's
Okay.
it.
Let's backpedal a little bit and talk about your Ford GT. Okay.
Okay.
When I think of America, I think of V8. You see where I'm going with this?
Listen.
What is the Ford? Tell everybody out there what the Ford GT platform is.
It's a V6
V6
twin turbo
twin turbo.
with electric motors. But wait, listen.
Does it have electric motors? I don't think it does. I don't think they're using that.
Oh,
That's another thing. Let me ask you this question. Let's go a little different way. Outside of the looks of the Ford GT, what's so special about it? The looks of the Ford GT.
let's
What's
just
special?
not pay attention to that. It won Le Mans. Let's just sweep that under the rug. Forget that.
Okay.
Cars.
So Ford created a car to beat Ferrari.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But why not the original Ford GT? Why this new-fangled non-V8?
Because Formula One is going to V6s and turbos. Why
Okay.
not follow what Formula One does? The pinnacle of cars as we know it. I'm not saying I agree with what Formula One's doing,
Okay.
but I understand why Ford is following them because they're the leaders. They set the benchmarks. I'm not saying, I don't miss the high-pitched, all-motor sounding V8s, V10s the Formula One cars used to have.
Mhm.
Yeah, I miss that. But were they as fast? Probably not. They're faster now. And the Ford is faster with its V6 than it would be with its V8, most likely.
Well, there you guys have it. We have some cars that are similar. We have some that are radically different. But I think all in all, they're sports cars. I think we're going to get a lot of disagreement out there on this list, on our lists, but that's why we produce this. So we want to see what everyone else thinks out there. Our car knowledge is as old as we are. We'd like to hear back from everybody out there, and hopefully you guys, we like criticism, so tell us what you think. As of right now, we want to hear back and give us your top 5. Remember to subscribe to our videos and like and comment and do all that good stuff. Peace.
Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your